All right. World War III. Oh, Jesus. We're going deep here. We're going deep into the weeds on this one. All right, let's see here. Dear General Burr, let's get right into it, please. How do you feel about a world war or the ridiculous people forcing us to consider if they're going into a world war? I have to be honest with you. I don't pay attention to any of. Okay, I don't pay attention to it because it was bad enough when it was happening when I was a kid. But at least I was listening to intelligent people on TV. And I know they were still part of a corporate news thing, and I know that they were talking heads and that type of stuff. But I didn't have to listen to every mouth-breathing moron who just can't see the trees through the forest, doesn't know history, but they have a mouth and they can speak English, and I can't fucking do it. So anyways, okay, President Pudding Brains. I mean, which one are you talking about? Ours or theirs? Or whoever is running the country are pushing for war, not peace. Leaked messages show U.S. military talking about how the war is unwinnable for Ukraine, but we keep sending money. 150,000 Ukrainian men and women have been killed in battles. They have no chance in winning. There were peace agreements almost in place, but NATO's/Biden's administration sent the UK's Boris Johnson to speak to Zelensky and force him out of them. All right, so now, and then he has a link here. So now I'm supposed to read this, and here's the source. All right, let me click on the source here. This is so above my pay grade. Another NATO ally confirms U.S. blocked peace in the Ukraine. What website is this? Like, how do you tell what you're reading is fucking real or it's written by somebody from Russia? I don't know. They said Putin couldn't be negotiated with, even though he has, and they were doing so. And they also said the West wasn't done with its involvement. Can't wash money without a war. I like to point out some of the bullshit. U.S. taxpayers are going to be funding the rebuild of the Ukraine. It'll be financed by J.P. Morgan and BlackRock. The loans will be paid by us. Here's another source. All right. I like this person just not saying this. Actually has sources. No one cares about fixing America. Tucker Carlson asked presidential candidate Mike Pence why he cares more about getting tanks and munitions to the Ukraine than helping everyday Americans, pointing out the major problems in American cities. He said, "It's not my concern," and went on to talk about geopolitical bullshit. Remember during the Iraq War, Phil Donahue was fired for questioning WMDs, and they fired him despite having the highest rated show on CNN. Well, they did that to Tucker Carlson a few months ago for questioning this war. Again, despite all the money he was making Fox News as the highest rated show in late night, it was more important to keep everyone stupid. Yeah. And guess what, Bill? I can find a problem with this without having been Tucker's number one fan. Well, I'm not a fan of that guy, but that's a great fucking question. I'm glad he had the balls to ask it. I'll be honest with you, I'm not a fan of anyone on CNN or Fox News. I just think they're all like they're just all terrible people. And they are just leading us down this fucking hellhole. And as long as they get a nice fucking house out of it, they evidently don't give a shit. Anyway, cue all the dopes who want to shout Putin apologist at their phones. I love name calling. Putin apologist, Trumpster, fucking libtard, centrist. What kind of an adult gives a shit about name calling? Putin apologists at their phone. They're idiots who don't understand history or have any worldview outside of cable news. They're the same ones who called people terrorist sympathizers back when you questioned going after a country that had nothing to do with 9/11. Yeah, look where that bankrupted our country. And for some reason, they're blaming Joe Biden. Like, no one remembers. Like, dude, we went over there. We've been over there. It costs like $1 billion a day. We're out of money. We've been bankrupt. I feel sorry for your freckled ass always being discredited for saying both sides and being a centrist to sell tickets, because you're right. Thanks for being a sane voice. Well, yeah, I appreciate that. I like what you said because you complimented me. Yeah, that whole thing where you have to, they don't feel like listening to people is also a side. You know what I mean? You got to be this, or you got to be that. It's like, no, I don't. And I don't have to think any fucking thing that you think. And like, I will 100% disagree with somebody. I'll listen to you. You know? I mean, I call people names. I do say mouth-breathing moron. But I wouldn't. I mean, I do it like on the podcast, right? This is me justifying me being a mouth-breathing moron. Anyway, all right. This is the podcast, everybody. I mean, like it or not, this is what I do. All right, so let's wrap it up here. What have we learned? I had a great time in Tacoma and Edmonton. I still cannot fucking believe how great that coffee was, how great Tacoma was, and how great that outdoor gig was in Edmonton. It was absolutely perfect. And the highlight of the weekend was hanging out last night with Nate Craig and Bianca Cristobal. And me and Nate got her to sing the Czech national anthem. It was fucking amazing because we were in Canada and me and Nate were trying to remember the fucking Canadian national anthem, and she's from Czech Republic. And yeah, it was just one of those fucking silly nights, man. It was fucking awesome. I could not have had a better time. All right, so thank you to everybody that showed up to my shows. Thank you to everybody that continues to show up to my shows. Thank God you do that, because my entire business that I am is shut down right now. So you guys are saving my ass here. Thank you so much. And go fuck yourselves. Can I really end that way? That's how I sign off. Oh, Jesus, Bill. I'll talk to you on Wednesday. Thursday. Sorry. How about that?